Yo, this is Chuck, and welcome to installment number 3 in the Tokyo apartment workout. Now at this point, I'm at 84.5 kilos, which is the lightest I've been in about maybe 6 or 7 years. So I really want to do this video shirtless, just like the other two. But unfortunately, in order to get rid of the annoying background hum, I had to turn off all of the air conditioners and all the heaters on my house. And it's December in Tokyo, which means that it's cold. So y'all gonna have to pardon me for wanting to bundle up. But if y'all want to see what I'm looking like right now, here's a picture. So anyway, as aforementioned in the previous two videos, what I'm going to be focusing on for this video is the most important part, which is the diet. To be honest, even if you get really busy and you don't have as much time to work out, as long as you can maintain just the diet, once you've got the build that you want, you should be able to maintain it more or less just from maintaining the diet, because the muscles are all already there. So anyway, enough talking, let's take a look. Start your day with plain oatmeal with whole milk. To make the traditional oatmeal quickly, you can saran wrap it and then microwave it for 3 minutes. Instant oatmeal is totally fine as well. Just make sure you get the plain flavor, because the flavored ones are usually sweetened with refined sugar, and you want to cut out refined sugars as much as humanly possible. If you don't like the flavor of plain oatmeal, you can sweeten it with a little bit of honey or beet sugar. Just be sure not to use too much, because even if they're better for you than refined sugar, honey and beet sugar are still sugars, and as such, they're still bad for you, and at the end of the day, detrimental to losing weight. For your lunch or dinner meal, instead of your usual carbs, use a sweet potato. Slice it up and then boil it for 10 minutes. It's already sweet, so it doesn't really need much else. If you're a person of smaller stature, or have a smaller frame, just use half of one. Sweet potatoes are an excellent complex carbohydrate, and your body can run for forever on them, so you really don't need very much. Have the sweet potatoes with the lean meat of your choice, like chicken breast. According to fitness model Mona Onoue, who I featured in How to Defeat Dudes, you can soften and bring out the flavor in chicken breast by marinating it beforehand in olive oil. Even if you're a busy or working person, it packs well, so you can still prepare it and then bring it with you to work. If you get tired of the sweet potatoes, another option is avocado on wheat toast. Usually I make a simple guacamole by mixing the avocado with milk, and then adding in salt, pepper, and other seasonings for flavor. As for drinks, try to find an unsweetened tea that you like. My personal favorites are mint or peppermint. If you can't find one you like, you can sweeten black tea, again using honey or beet sugar. Just be careful not to use too much. Of course, a cold glass of water is also great, as is unsweetened vegetable juice. After you've hit your goal and you're satisfied with the way that you look, you can relax the diet a little bit and switch out the lean meats for more flavorful options. Just be sure to always check your weight so that if you notice an increase, you can go back to being strict as usual until you return to your target. So guys, that's pretty much it for the diet. It's really not very technically complex, and that's why it's easy to do. Now just to recap, let's go through it one more time. Breakfast: plain oatmeal mixed with milk, microwave for 3 minutes, and then sweeten with honey. Or if you want something different, cereals are fine as well. Just make sure that the sugar is around 5 grams or less. And then if you want a little bit of a cheap breakfast, every once in a while. Repeat, every once in a while. Not every day. Not every other day. But if you want a cheap breakfast every once in a while, you can go with Honey Nut Cheerios or Raisin Bran or something where the amount of sugar is around 10 grams. Okay? You really don't want to go over 10 grams. Lunch and or dinner, a combination of boiled sweet potatoes, chicken breast, and avocados. If you get tired of the sweet potatoes and you need another option for carbohydrates, then just swap out the sweet potatoes for that avocado on wheat toast. As for snacks, in so much as I found, the best snack in the world is nuts. And among nuts, your best option is almonds, because almonds aren't very fatty compared to other nuts. Now personally, I don't like almonds very much. I love cashews, so I eat a ton of cashews. Cashews are actually quite fatty, but in so much as I found, much like with avocados, it's a good fat. So again, as long as I snack on them in moderation and I don't go nuts, I just don't gain weight from them, even though they're kind of fatty. But almonds are your best bet. Again, as for drinks, obviously stay away from the carbonated stuff like Coke or Pepsi or Fanta or whatever. Fruit juices are lesser of an evil, but they're still not exactly great for you, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Another good option for drinks if you get really tired of drinking water or tea is vegetable juice, as long as it's the unsweetened ones. Again, in the beginning, I didn't necessarily like it very much, but I also knew that I wanted to lose weight, so I just drank it until I got used to it. Now I'm used to it, now I like it. Also, the great thing about this is that it's not just the diet, it's the diet plus the ab routine plus the push-up routine. When you do all three of them, then they all work together. So even if you do end up just cheating and having a fatty lunch or something, you still got the ab routine and the push-up routine, so you can still just work it off. And even if you're not used to working out, if you're not physically strong enough for the actual workout routines yet, even if you do cheat on that diet, that's okay. Just realize that it's just going to take you a little bit longer. I still love supreme nachos and pizza and cola and all that other stuff, so sometimes I just want to eat it. But I also just make the conscious decision that if I'm going to eat this, I have to accept that I'm eating it, and then it's going to take me a little bit longer to reach my goal because I have a little bit more fat that I have to burn off. Or that means that I have to work out a little bit harder in the gym to compensate for that extra fat that I put on and those extra calories that I'll have to burn off. So guys, that's it. That's the whole routine, and that's all I did for the past month and a half to change my body. When I started this, Joe told me that it would take 2 months to just completely carve myself out, and actually it only took a month and a half. So that's one more credit to just how good Joe is, particularly since he was only with me here for the first 2 weeks, and after that, I was just doing it all by myself. As always, as with any of my videos, you got any questions, just drop me a line, hit me up, let me know, leave a comment, whatever. This is Chuck. As always, thanks for watching. Yo!